Have you heard the theory on the Bears and the Pope?
No.
Well, the fact he's from Chicago.
Correct. And I guess they lost, first few games or whatever, then he got put in charge, and now they keep winning.
Yeah, it's got to be
Or
that.
somebody gave him a Bears hat or something.
Well, it didn't work for the Cubs when he first got there.
No,
they made the playoffs.
They did make the playoffs. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I also like the idea of the Pope sitting there watching football on Sundays. I guess Sunday night.
The Bears win.
I know. Me and my friends have this ongoing joke too that God does not care about football. And look, I went to a Catholic school. We'd always pray to God before
Of course.
But it's Notre Dame would never they'd have
Undefeated
30 national titles. You know what I mean? It's I just don't think it matters. But the Pope, is he helping the Bears? I don't know. But we do have an interesting list here of the most hated teams in the NFL. Before you ask me, the Seahawks only have one state that hates them. Mike, what do you think it is?
California.
No, Arizona.
That makes sense. California is divided because you also have the Chargers. And I'm done. You used to have the Raiders, right? So they don't. There's two cities that care. Arizona, they got one team.
Ironically, in California, they hate the Eagles.
Oh. Because I feel like that most people from Washington end up going to eventually Arizona.
Yeah, maybe. Some, yeah.
Yeah, I think some teams, even in the NFL, though, I don't know that they have clear-cut rivals. Right? I think everybody in the country knows, Baltimore and Pittsburgh's kind of a heated rivalry.
Sure.
I guess Cleveland and Cincinnati is. I just never think about it that way.
They call the Battle of Ohio, but both teams suck almost all the time, so it's hard for anyone to care.
Yeah.
And the games aren't even interesting. At least with Baltimore and Pittsburgh, it's going to be physical. Even if the game is bad, they're trying to hurt
Other than the Oakland A's and Giants, there are very few inner-city matchups where people hate each other either. The Giants, they don't care about the Jets.
No. There's no reason.
The Rams don't care about the Chargers. It'd be a cool game to watch.
Sure.
But, there's no animosity.
Different conferences, yeah. If you're not in the same conference,
I'm
it's
pretty
hard
sure
to
Niners
hate
fans
them.
still hate the Raiders, or used to hate the Raiders when they were there.
Sure.
Okay.
Right? Just because you're so close and across the way. That's how most things are, right? And there's a couple soccer clubs in Scotland that I think are literally across the street from each other.
And hate each other, yeah.
Correct.
I think growing up was always the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
So you either like them or...
So you could tell this is mostly a sign of the times, right? The Eagles have 13 states that say we hate the Eagles the most.
Based on their current success, I guess.
Yeah.
Some of that. It depends on the proximity with which you live to the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I believe that to be true.
But in Maryland, they hate the Steelers, just based on that rivalry.
We hate the Steelers because they're our rival, but we respect each other. But because we were so sick of just the attitude that came from Philadelphia, we just hated the Eagles, not because we gave an S about your team, F your team. It was because you're from Philadelphia and you're annoying.
Well, I think a lot of, right, in Philadelphia, right, I'm with you. In Philadelphia right now, they're just the best team, so a lot of people are going to hate them.
I guess the Patriots.
So they're not high on the list.
Chiefs.
No, the Raiders are still really high. They're second on the list with 8 states.
How can you hate a team that bad? They're not worth your effort.
Is it kind of like the U? When I was a kid, the Raiders, they're wearing black, they're wearing silver. They're they're the guys getting in there and fighting. So to me, I like the team. They weren't my favorite team, but, compared to the Dolphins, who are wearing a dolphin on their helmet. I'm like, these guys are badass. These guys are SeaWorld.
Well, it's mostly people that hate the Raiders. It's all right in the Midwest and then Montana. So I'm guessing this is all just
based on the Broncos.
Right, got to be either Broncos or you grew up a Chiefs fan.
And that's fair.
And that probably splits that territory.
I think Montana and Wyoming are Denver.
Right, because Green Bay has a few states. A lot of people don't like the Packers, right? There's 6 states, them and the Jets. But I think the Jets, I don't get at all. The Packers, again, you go, all right, I don't know why. You talk about irrelevance.
That's what I'm saying. But the Raiders have some history, but the Raiders, the Jets, and the Browns, I'm no offense to them, and I know the players want to do well, but your ownership's a joke, so you just kind of go you're not worth my time to hate.
It's like the Titans. They're there.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah. Ironically, the Seahawks play the Titans this weekend. Yeah, and the Cowboys and Steelers have 3 states, but I'm with you. The Cowboys, I think a lot more people used to hate them, but they've been bad for so long. And I shouldn't say bad. They will make the playoffs every other year and then get tossed out in the first round.
Sure.
So
at least the Ravens have the decency to wait until the second round.
Well, the Raiders' third-round draft pick, a guard, couldn't even go in the game last night because he can't figure out how to play football.
Yeah.
The Raiders are terrible. There's just no way around it.
Well, and I think the Raiders, too, we were saying earlier today, I don't know if that's before the show or whatever, I just think after this year, And I love what Pete Carroll did in Seattle. I like Geno Smith for 2 years. I just that it is very glaring that experiment failed very quickly.
It failed really quickly, and then also again, and look, he's never going to sell the team, but as long as that's your owner, and he makes the decisions that he's going to make, like they're just not going to be good.
Don't forget Tyler Lockett plays on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's hard to just get the old band back together and be like, oh, it's going to work again. And then again, sometimes, too, it just has a matter to do with players and where they're playing.
Sure.
Who's good at the time. I think, as much as I hate to say this, I think one thing that helps, like, up here, we don't like the Niners, but I think for most of the country, when you look at their roster, like, people like Kittle, like Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft, and then he did well. So there's not a lot of easy, like...
Right, you don't like them because they're your rival, but you still respect who they are. Like I said, I'm that way with Pittsburgh. Like,
Debo's in Washington now.
I know the players that they have. Right, I don't like them. They're my rival. I hate to have to deal with them every year, and I'll always root against them. But they're a respectable franchise, and the thing is, the ownership group is proven, like, we're here to play. They can have a good season, bad season, but they're here. And I go, okay, as a franchise, they respect the sport of football. And again, with the Jets and the Browns and the Raiders, they're here taking your money. And same thing with the Commanders for a while, right?
I would say also, sometimes you see a guy like, I never gave two thoughts about the Falcons, right? Like when I was a kid and Deion was first there. Yes, he started there.
Sure.
Like in D.C., you had a reason to hate them, right? Because they were good.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you just don't think about them. Now I like Michael Penix enough until he got hurt. Like, I started watching some Falcons games.
I wanted to see him do well.
Right, I want to see Michael Penix do well. And that might be a case of getting older, too. But you just watch enough guys, and you go, all right, this or that. I mean, look, let's not lie. I think the Jets probably last year, or was it? Yeah, it was last year, the last couple of years. I don't think Aaron Rodgers helped their popularity.
No. Right. He's a douchebag.
I was talking about SNL earlier. There's Marcel Miles about a very good skit about it's like a fake country song.
Yeah.
It's not about missing a girl. It's just about missing the girl's dad.
Yes.
Then it's like the dads are talking about missing the kids or whatever. But big news. They say the season finale, usually just a Christmas episode. But on December 20th, Ariana Grande will host. The musical guest will be Cher.
Oh, Steve.
Only the second time Cher has been the musical guest on SNL. The first time in 40 years. She was on in 1987.
I'm guessing she has a new song.
I guess.
I don't know.
I mean, also, she's Cher. Look, I do not appreciate her, but she's earned the right to be there if she wants to be there.
Right, same thing. If they said Cher was going to do the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of the Super Bowl, I was at a odd sports bar. I'm not going to say where. Not a lot of English being spoken, but finally I said to the bartender, I'm like, is this Bad Bunny? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I do know some of these songs. That dude's got some bangers.
Jesus.
Well, I think that show will be fine. Everybody chill out.
Now the lap dance. Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.